guys, what do you think the definition of happiness is? Yes, this question often arises when we are confused by ourselves. Sometimes it comes up because we have not understood what true happiness really means. Today, I'm Rahma Kurniawati from grade 12B. Will give a brief explanation about happiness and the philosophy for true happiness from the book Compass by one Indonesia's great authors, Henry Manantiri.
For those who enjoy reading books about Stoicism, you may already be familiar with his books, which provide tips on developing oneself into an intelligent, independent, and influential woman. Philosophy Teras, which discuss the concept of Stoicism and its application in daily life, and Hitam 2045, which tells the story of Indonesia vision for the years 2044-2045. Our main topic today is the Compass, to discuss the arrayed philosophy for true happiness.
And yeah, look at this. You can see that cover of the Compass has become worn out because this book has always accompanied me. The cover is simple. Its color is white with 4 female figures. 1, 2, 3, 4. The back cover is the contains a question that often arises, a brief synopsis, or a conclusion that introduces a read. An ancient Greek philosophy over 2000 years old. It also includes a photo of the author and a brief historical profile, this one. The title itself, The Compass, arrayed philosophy is for true happiness, explain that arrayed comes from the Greek language, which in English translates to virtue. And yes, virtue. Yes, this one, 2, 3, 4. The 4 main arrayed features represented are first, wisdom, second, courage, third, self-control, and fourth, justice. These 4 arrays helps you make the best choices in line with the ultimate goal, true happiness. And yes, after talking about the cover, it will not be complete without opening the content, right? I'm sure you're curious what's inside this book about philosophy. Does it relate to philosophy? Hold on. Let's take a look at the general outline of the book, because if we go too much detail, you might end up more interested in me than the book. Oh, just kidding. Alright, let's open the first page. Yes, here is the content as shown on the front cover. The Compass, a philosophy for true happiness by Henry Manantiri. It looks simple, but if you pay attention, the font is beautifully done. On the opposite page is, there's information about sanction for violation. Stop buying pirate books. If you love the book, you shall also respect it. Look at this. Here, you also see information about the author, publisher, and distributor. Next to this is the table of contents, written as Compass map instead of just contents. This book consists of 12 chapters and 416 pages. The first chapter is the introduction, the news of death, reminding you to always remember that we will eventually pass away. Chapter 2 is We All Need a Compass, discussing moral decision and how they shape our character, which in turn determines the direction of our lives in daily decision making. The next chapter
Chapter 3 is about eudaimonia, a better definition of happiness. According to classical Greek philosophy, eudaimonia is not about feelings but the quality of life. Chapter 4 is about becoming the best version of ourselves, explaining Aristotle's view that art is like a knife with a specific purpose to cut, and art's sharpness can be equated to excellence. Chapter 5 is the compass, a guide for daily life. The goal of human life is to reach eudaimonia every day, or a good life, and the compass requires the right motivation because art is not enough if the motivation is wrong. In Chapter 6, practical wisdom, Aristotle divides wisdom into two parts, Sophia theoretical and Phronesis practical, which guide us in everyday life. Chapter 7 is about courage, explaining that fear does not come from people, event, or object, but from our opinions and judgment about those things. Courage is not about eliminating fear, but conquering it. Everyone needs time for this. Chapter 8 discusses asceticism, not just living simply, but the ability to control oneself from all the pleasures life offers. Human asceticism is practiced in a subtle way without drawing attention. Chapter 9 is about justice, explaining the virtues of justice. It's not only about dividing land, wealth, or other goods, but also includes time, attention, physical presence, action, and work. Chapter 10 is about the virtues from other cultures, starting from the universality of Greek philosophy, the samurai of Japan, to the ethics of the Japanese people in Indonesia. Chapter 11 is about practicing the compass. After all the explanation in chapters 1 to 10, here we are given instruction and guidance on how to practice the compass for both big and small choices, because the compass without action is meaningless. Finally, chapter 12 is Hercules' choice, which compares Hercules and Socrates, both of whom will achieve happiness. The author hopes that after reading this book, we will find our best version, because this book does not provide instruction on what we should do at every moment. But when we are at a crossroad like Hercules, we will have the framework of quick thinking to make decisions. Let's continue to the next session. The author's acknowledgement and epitaph is a biography featuring one of his best-selling books, The Alpha Girls. Do you remember the message on the back cover, which says, "Find the direction and good life choices, the compass"? And do you know what the readers think of this book? They say this book feels like it's speaking directly to us, explaining the four main concepts of happiness and making them more certain that happiness exists every day. They also consider it a continuation of Philosophy Terras, which discusses Stoicism.
Wow! After learning about the general content of the compass, don't you feel more curious? You should, because the other Henry Panampiring explained it clearly in a language that is easy to understand for the general public. And for me, this is one of the most recommended books for those of you who are interested in philosophy but you want more accessible. Not only does it add to your knowledge, but you can also apply it in life, especially in making decisions. Yes, this book is one of Henry Panampiring's 4 best-selling books. And so, how about you guys? Have you found the answer to the open question? If you have, feel free to leave it in the comments. And don't forget to determine the direction and choices of your life. Look, choices of your life. As it says here, don't wait for motivation to use the compass. Choosing the path of virtue can wait for motivation. We do it because we want to be better people and to achieve true happiness. Eudaimonia. Thank you and keep spreading literacy.